Hello everyone, my name is Legend Ronnie and this game is Rise of Kingdoms. Blood, sweat and tears, that is true. Right, so I managed to put my hands on another video from another player who sent me 198 chests. So he managed to save all his chests throughout the event, 198. If you know, on the previous video I just showed you what you will be able to obtain on the eve of the Crusade, which is basically the beginning of the Lost Kingdom event. So before the Lost Kingdom will start is the eve of the Crusade, which is a 9-day event and contains on 3 stages. So I showed you guys the first stage, which is basically killing the Marauders. Now this is the second day, which we're gonna get to it, but first is this nice video with a lot of Kingdom supply chest times 198, and then the third I'm gonna talk about the Call of the Ancient bundles, or bundle, which is a new bundle and it seems to be pretty awesome. Right, yo, let's get straight on. I did see the video, so yeah, I pretty much know what is it in it, but I just want to show it to you guys as well. So Blood, Sweat and Tears earn 1 million alliance credits. That is like 1.6 million. Yeah, that's a lot of credits anyway. That's an insane amount of credits. 500,000 of experience, 1,200 gems. That's like 80 million wood. That is 13 days of speed ups. I've done the math before the video, so there's no need for that. Then is the 3 days of speed ups. Yeah, 13 days. Jesus, that is a lot. So now is the speed ups. Now you're noticing that it's only 6 pieces. That is 18 days of speed ups. So 13 days plus 18 days, that's 31 days of speed ups. I'm just gonna hold it here for a moment. If you remember in the previous video, when that player opened like 58 chests, he received like 3 cards of 3 days, if I remember right. Now this is like almost 4 times the chest, and it's only 6 pieces. Now this might give me an idea that maybe opening 50 at a time might give you better rewards or better benefits in terms of speed ups. Maybe, or maybe he received more 8 hours, 3 hours and 24 hours than 3 days. I don't know, but still it's a little bit of a difference from 58 chests to almost 200. You know, 3 cards, 6 cards, it doesn't really add up. Anyway, so far it's 31 days of speed ups. I'm only counting the speed ups. The resources and everything is just crazy. I'm not sure how much action points he spent. He said he didn't do the math, but he pretty much spent everything he had. So yeah, there's 31 days of speed ups so far, and let's go further to the next one. Look at those cards. This is a very nice reward, guys. This is beyond imagining. That's another 2,000 gems. Now this is another 6 days of speed ups, so we are at 37 days of speed ups so far. 37 plus 11, that's 48 days of speed ups. Again, resources, gems, experience. Well, experience is not that crazy, but still it's something, you know. You get stuff. Now if I'm gonna stop here for a moment, that's 48 days of speed ups. Now where could you actually use, or how beneficial could 48 days of speed ups be for you? Well, for example, you could speed up your City Hall 25. So once you start your City Hall 25 with the proper amount of reductions, I think that's like 66 days or less. I think you can go up to 61 days. Then you get the 30 help from the Alliance, and then if you have opened this amount of chests, then you'll instantly speed up your City Hall to 25. Or you have a research, a level 10 research, which they are very expensive. Attack, defense, or health on your troops. After you applied all the reductions, you start the research, you get the help from your Alliance, then boom, you have 48 days, you can almost instantly. This is quite a big boost, if you want to ask me, for whoever is going to participate in this event. So I do like it. The rewards, I think they are actually rewarding. Not to mention that you get stuff from the Marauders, you get stuff from them as well in the same time, you know, resources, speed ups, experience, which any deep spender player, they still spend deep heavy money in the living legend bundles just to acquire experience. So that's something that you always need. Yeah, that is overwhelming right now. That's pretty much about it. This was the opening. Yeah, I think it's just going over it. Yeah, there you go. That's just sweet. That is just sweet. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Now, this is the present day. This is my account. And as I was mentioning, stage 2 of that event. So let's go to the stage 2 of that event. And surprisingly, the stage 2 on the eve of the Crusade is training troops. So you can see that his rank is nice and his points are over 9,000. What I can tell you that is that I was a little bit disappointed, honestly. So honestly, in every way you wanna say it, I was a little bit disappointed about the second stage. And we're gonna get to that part where I am disappointed. It's troops training, so that is for the individual rank and that is for the kingdom rank. Now you're noticing that the ranks have not changed. So in the individual ranks, they are still adding up. So it's the first stage, which is the Marauders. Then it's the second stage, is the training, so they all add up. And then it's gonna be the third stage. So the rewards that I showed you in the first video are for all 3 stages. So it's not per stage, so it's not like you can make like 180 sculptures. That would have been really nice. That would have been rewarding for the Marauders killing, but it's not. So the Marauders killing actually meant so less that you can't even think about it, because you just train some troops and you make those points in a split of a second. If you understand what I'm trying to say. So all the points that people made in the stage 1, they could have just made them in the stage 2 by a split of a second and just train a couple of troops. Now this is where it gets interesting, because you can see over here, and this is what I was trying to tell you about. The scraps of parchment carried by the barbarians have brought forgotten wonders to light once more. It is now known that the tunnel beneath the lost temple leads to the hallowed lands of the barbarian tribes, the lost kingdom. Ooh, that sounds insane. The forefathers of civilization entered this kingdom during their last crusade and never returned. Oh my god, they never returned. Are they still alive? What do you guys think? We're gonna have to go search for them. The forefathers of civilization, yeah, they never returned. Today is time for us to take up their righteous cause once more. Yes. Train troops during this event to receive individual crusade points and earn kingdom crusade points. So in the same time you're increasing your rank, and in the same time your individual rank, and the second time you're going to increase the kingdom, which is pretty dope. Yeah, sounds really good. You're helping the kingdom and you're helping yourself in the same time. Upgrading units will award points equivalent to the difference between the points reward for each tier. So what it's trying to say by the second point is that if you upgrade tier 3 to tier 4, then the difference is 4 points. So if you upgrade tier 3 to tier 4, it only grants you 4 points per unit. See, it says there, train a tier unit. Now you're noticing that training a tier 5 units is 20 points, which is crazy high. Crazy high. So if someone is training, let's say a million of tier 5, that's 20 million points. Yeah, so money have a high impact and a high influence in this particular stage of the event. Let's say someone is crazy enough and is saving resources for, I don't know, 10 million troops, 10 million tier 5. I'm just saying a roughly number. 10 million is too much, but let's say 5 million. 5 million can be achievable if you actually stock up, and then you just endlessly train. So 5 million of T5, that's 100 million points. So you can basically make your kingdom win by just spending money. So that's why I'm a little bit disappointed about this stage, and I hope they rework it in the future, because this is not right. This is actually not right. It's just a couple of players in a kingdom. They just, with their money effort, they will be able to win the kingdom. You know, because is the final reward. There's still stage 3, so we will see how stage 3 is gonna be. But if this one can grant you so many points, I doubt that stage 3 is actually gonna compensate so much. So yeah, save up your speed ups for the Lost Kingdom Eve of the Crusade. That's gonna be really important to spam training troops. You have 3 days of training. You've noticed the previous picture. So there is 3 days. It says here prepare for battle on the top, 2 days and 10 hours left on this picture, because every stage is 3 days. There's still third stage to see, but the second stage is probably the most higher impact and higher influence. Now I said I'm gonna talk about the ancient bundle, and I'm just gonna go straight to it. Alright, so it's the Call of the Ancients bundle. I personally haven't bought it. You can see that I haven't bought not even the New World. The New World is the passport. I already talked about it. But I have seen the 100 value bundle of the Call of the Ancients. And so far, if you are done with Fountain of Wisdom, so pay attention. So if you are done with Fountain of Wisdom and City of Hope, the next best thing you can spend on is Call of the Ancients. So Call of the Ancients is a very upgraded version of War Machine. Personally, even if you're not done with Fountain of Wisdom or City of Hope, I would still go for at least one full purchase on Call of the Ancients. The reason why is because it grants you reserves. So it grants you a lot of reserves. So it grants you 5,000 reserves, 10,000 reserves, and the 20,000 reserves, which that can help you a lot throughout the game. So as I mentioned, at least one time I would do a full purchase of the Call of the Ancients for the reserves. Those reserves, you can only buy them at VIP 15. So if you're not VIP 15, this is a very easy way you can get a lot of reserves, which you can plan them for various events. You know, and just collect them or speed them up in various events, like training events or speed up events. This is what I have to say about it. It's really good, and it's definitely worth it. It also grants you army expansions. So it also grants you 50% army expansion. And I think it also grants you buffs, the attack and defense buffs. I'm just not sure if it grants you the 10% one. But yeah, I like the bundle. I really like it, and it's definitely worth it. I haven't done the math about the exact training speed, exactly healing speed, and all that. But as I mentioned, I've seen the 100 value one. I've seen pictures of it, and it's really worth it. Right, yo, now that's pretty much about this video. This is your boy Legend Ronnie that is gonna sign out. As I said, second stage a little bit disappointing. Money talks. Till next time, peace out, yo, and take care.